Welcome back. In today's Focus on Family, we're getting in the spring break spirit. Jean Lemke and Nina Taluc from kidwinks.com are here with some fun things to do when your kids are out of school. Thank you so much for joining us, because I think this is not just about spring break, but it's sort of every weekend. A lot of the weekends are full of activities, but sometimes when you don't have anything to do, you think, what can I do that doesn't cost a fortune?
Absolutely, and that's exactly why we started Kidwinks, because as moms of kids ourselves, we were always looking for things to do and places to go with our kids, and so Nina came up with the idea of creating Kidwinks, and I thought it was a great one.
I love this. As a mom of four, I'm thinking, you did all my homework, so just bring it on. Tell me what some of these things are. The first one you say is the Garfield Park Conservatory.
Right, and you wouldn't automatically think of a conservatory for kids, but I took my kids here about 2 weeks ago and had an absolutely great time. There are over 100,000 plants, and my kids spend a lot of the time just pointing things out. There's an I Spy card that they give you so they can find particular plants in the different rooms. There are little shortcuts among the plants the kids can take, and
so it becomes more interactive. That's nice.
Absolutely. And there's also a children's garden where the smaller kids can crawl around and climb on things, and they also do classes during the week.
Wonderful. I love the idea that you're actually taking your kids to these places. You're not just listing them, you're not just looking at them online, but you're doing the experimentation for us.
That's right.
One of the next ones is the Lifeline Theater.
The Lifeline Theater, we thought a lot of families will be staying local for the spring break, so we thought a good idea is to take your kids and experience live theater, and there are so many venues throughout Chicago and the suburbs. The one we're highlighting here is the Lifeline Theater, and we like this one because it's very small and intimate. It's not expensive. It's a little on the funky side, and there's only about 10 rows, so all the kids are very close to the action. They can see everything that's going on. I took my girls here last fall, and they loved it. They really had a good time.
Was there some interaction with the actors afterwards? Because I know in some of those small theaters that happens.
Absolutely. Afterwards, they come out in costume, and the kids can talk to them and get autographs, and it's very cool.
That's great. I know my kids really enjoy that and love that. Okay, Soldier Field for Easter?
Yes, can you believe it? We have over 150 Easter events on our events calendar, and this one really caught our eye for two reasons. One, the venue, Soldier Field. You get to go on an egg hunt on Soldier Field. And the other thing is this is totally free. They're going to have about an hour's worth of entertainment ahead of time.
I'd like to do this.
Yeah. My daughter saw this and said, Mom, I want to go.
Oh, so, excellent. And it's free, which is just tremendous.
It's billed as the largest free candy grab in the city.
I think that's the big thing, because right now it's expensive for people to go on spring break. And with the economy being the way it is, people really want to find things that are closer to home. Key Lime Cove, not exactly right here, but not too far, right?
Not too far. It's about an hour outside of Chicago. And it's one of the newer indoor water parks on the scene. And it has, lazy river, a couple of slides. It's just a perfect sort of getaway without going that far. Your kids don't have to be in the car for that long, but you still feel like you went on a little vacation.
Some of these water parks require a 2-night stay. Is that one where you could just go for a day and you're good?
You can just go for one day.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Well, and stay overnight.
Right, but for one night, and then, because otherwise it gets more expensive. Sometimes they require that you stay, for the entire weekend. Fair Oaks Farm.
This is, if you're looking to get out of the city for a day and into the country, this is a really interesting option. They have a whole dairy adventure. This is one of the largest working dairy farms, and you can take a tour bus right through the milking stations, and they have over about 80 calves born per day. So it's very likely that you will get to see a calf being born.
Oh, my goodness.
Interactive exhibits. They have a cheese plant on site and a cafe, so you can go in and have their homemade ice cream and their cheeses that they make on site, and the milk, and you can buy some to take home as well.
Oh, perfect. I love this. And on the site, you mentioned just the ones we picked out today it sounds like a small sampling.
Oh, it's a tiny sample. We have thousands of listings on our site, all kinds of things to do.
Have you recruited other parents to go out and kind of test some of these sites out as well and give you some feedback, or are you two doing this all on your own?
Well, what we do is we have reviews. So parents who visit these places can write their own reviews, and that helps other parents shape their experiences and decide what might be right for them to try out.
That's terrific. Some great advice with spring break coming up. I know just Friday some of the kids are out already, so you've given us some wonderful places to go. Thank you so much for doing our homework and making it easy for us as moms.
Pleasure.
Jean Lemke and Nina Taluc, thanks so much. The website is kidwinks.com. For a link, log on to WGNTV.com/midday. And coming up next, Ben Stiller talking to Dean about his new movie and why he decided to take